We eat our own. The truth about dialysis. I'm 65 years old. I have stage 5 kidney failure. As of April of this year, for my birthday, I started dialysis. Whoopee, what a great birthday present. I spent my birthday in the hospital having a port put into my chest. God, it stinks. I'm supposed to go in for dialysis 3 times a week. It takes over 4 hours each time. You would say, oh, 12 hours a week, that's not so bad. That's bullshit. The truth is that after dialysis, I feel weak. I'm in pain. I'm totally wiped out. Dialysis is very hard on the body, even though it's essential to keep me living. What they do is they remove the blood from my body, you run it through a filter. They remove all the impurities in my blood and then put it back in. They also remove fluids from my blood. I'm on a restricted liquid diet, which means I'm not supposed to have more than 1 quart of water a day. Now, you would say 1 quart of water, that's, a fair amount. It really isn't. In other words, if I eat a peach or a piece of fruit or something that has fluids in it, soup, that all counts against my 1 quart of water. So even, let's say hypothetically, I have a popsicle, that's water. I can't even have cereal with milk because the milk itself is water. Other fruits are restricted. No oranges. Oranges are counterintuitive for people with kidney disease. The funny thing is, lemons are okay. Bananas. Can't have bananas. Most people would assume bananas are healthy. I have to count the phosphorus. It's like being a damn chemist. Anything I put in my mouth, I have to look at and judge. It's crazy. I can have sugar. That's great. Next thing, from the sugar, maybe I'll get diabetes. But I even limit that. Oh, and I have to count sodium. No more than 2,000 milligrams of salt a day, which means that even pop has sodium in it. No more pop. How about milk? Can't have regular milk anymore. Can have coconut milk or almond milk. But then again, I have to look at that because those do contain sodium in it also. Everything has salt in it. You have to count. God, I can't even go out and eat. Because heaven forbid, you know. Oh, no French fries. America lives on a diet of French fries. It's like no chips, no dips, nothing. You know, everything I pick up to buy, I look at. I've stopped eating cheese. Even the vegetarian products that I thought, oh, would be healthy. Nope. I live on a diet of mostly fish. That's my diet. Some pasta, vegetables, but healthy vegetables, ones that I can have. I can have corn. I can have broccoli limited, Brussels sprouts limited, peas limited. A lot of things are limited. Like I said, Kidney disease is a real drag. Most people with kidney disease keep getting worse and worse. Um, and the funny thing is, CKD, chronic kidney disease, is spreading. In America, it's spreading like wildfire. It's becoming more and more popular. People were saying heart disease. Yeah, heart disease is the number one killer because of all the saturated fats and stuff that we're eating. But chronic kidney disease is getting right up there. Most people, as they age, you know, have kidney disease. I am not the oldest person there or the youngest person when I go to the kidney care center for dialysis. There's some people in their 20s and 30s. There's even one person there who just turned 20. You look around and you're in shock. It's more common than you think. And it's more common in certain ethnic groups. For instance, a lot of times it's related to high blood pressure, which means that groups that have higher blood pressure tend to get chronic kidney disease. People who live on a diet of unhealthy foods. I was brought up on an Eastern European diet. Um, we lived with my grandmother when I was a child. My mother lived there. And my grandmother used to cook with chicken fat. She had heart disease. She had kidney problems. You know, most people in the family, because of the way they ate, didn't eat the healthiest diet. We grew up eating mashed potatoes with grivenas. Grivenas are fried chicken skins. They're like chicharrones, but made from chicken skin. And she would put them in the mashed potatoes that she would, instead of using margarine or butter, make with schmaltz. Schmaltz is chicken fat. Talk about eating like a peasant. I mean, people in the 1800s, when they were dying young, in their 40s, ate on a diet like that. You know, um, I remember for the holidays, she would always make chopped liver, chopped chicken liver with chicken fat in it, and put grivenas in it. I remember her cooking, all sorts of things. None of the cooking was healthy. A big treat was stuffed veal breast, and you would eat the veal fat, and they would be stuffed with what they would call kishka, but kishka was like, how can I describe it? Like stuffing. It was a type of stuffing. And it would absorb all the fat. Talk about eating a diet that's prone for high blood pressure, disease, whatnot. Today, we live in a culture where fast food is the number one thing people are eating. I remember when fast food was a rarity. Now people bring it home for dinner. The worst thing you can eat is fast food. People go out and eat, and I've worked in restaurants. I see how the food is prepared. I mean, ton of stuff deep fried, ton of stuff deep fried. And the food is not first quality. No. Anyone who's ever worked in a restaurant kitchen sees what really goes on. It's amazing. Do you know that the grease that they cook the chicken in is filtered? That they'll keep the grease for a week, 2 weeks, till it turns really rancid? They're basically filtering all the burnt crumbs and stuff out of it. I've seen what that looks like. It's disgusting. I don't ever, even if I could eat them again, want to eat French fries now that I know how they make the French fries. And onion rings are no better. I've seen what they do. And one place is no better than another. It's all about the bottom line. How many days can you keep the stuff for before it gets people sick? Let's change it right before it starts getting people sick. Doesn't matter that it's not first quality that you're cooking their food in. I mean, the best time to get like onion rings or to get anything, chicken, was right after they changed the grease. You could tell the difference. It had a different taste. It tasted fresh. But that didn't really even matter because who knows how old the chicken was. All I can say is we are poisoning ourselves in this country. It's all about the corporate bottom line. It's not about quality. It's just disgusting. And what they charge based on what they pay, they don't line up. The quality of the food in Europe is better than the quality in the United States because they're stricter on their rules. They pay their workers more. When a worker is happy and being paid and taken care of, it's reflected in what they produce. When a worker is there and feels like shit, he gives you shit. The law of cause and effect. As we all die from what we've sown, just remember, it doesn't have to be that way. We don't live as long as they do in other countries. We have more diseases than they do in a lot of other countries. Sure, you can say, well, there's third world countries where people are dying from all sorts of diseases and die a lot sooner than we do. But we're supposed to be in the first world. Why are we comparing ourselves to third world countries? It's time to change.